has built his brand on fighting corruptions. Why you think he is not seeking your expertise to catch Nawaz Sharif? Is trying to protect Sharif?
I can't speculate on that. I mean, I am not privy to the ins and outs of the Pakistani politics. It's a minefield. All I can know is and I wish Imran Khan good luck for being able to maneuver that minefield. It's a minefield that's exploded in the face of many old hands, and I hope and pray that Imran, another Oxford man like myself, will be able to negotiate his way through this. I don't know. I mean, if they come to us and say, "Would you like to help us?" Obviously, if there's certain protocols adhered to, as I say, my loyalty is to the people of Pakistan, and they desperately need our help. There's no doubt about that. If you read the judgment of the Sir Anthony Evans, the High Court judge in London, you'll see that we were performing so effectively, and that was the reason why we were sacked. So I'm more than happy to assist the people of Pakistan through whatever government comes in, as long as there are certain protocols in place that we don't go through the experience that we did. I'm certainly not seeking a contract from the government of Pakistan. This experience is really quite enough. We suffered quite enough in the last, I've spent 17 years of my life chasing the government of Pakistan to make restitution to us. So, but we are there to serve the real masters, which is the people of Pakistan.
Well, I mean, there are some reports that it was Shahzad Akbar who suggested that you claim the Evan Fields apartment properties of Mr. Sharif for the settlement of your claim.
I'm sorry, the line was bad. I didn't completely hear the question. Would you mind repeating the question, please?
Sure. There are some reports that it was Shahzad Akbar who suggested that your claim the Evan Fields properties of Mr. Sharif for the settlement of your claim.
The properties of Mr. Sharif, the Evanfield apartments, we only moved against them because the Pakistan government was not willing to obey the court order. The court ordered the government of Pakistan to pay us the damages and the award and the costs, and they weren't paying it. So we said, we're going to have to start enforcing against you, which is going to be very bad for your reputation. A government that has refused to carry out court orders, even though it's agreed to be bound by the decision of the court. It spent $20 million on lawyers fighting in that court. If you didn't want to be bound by it, why did you come into court? If you agree that to be bound by the rule of law, and you should adhere to the final judgment. And this is a final judgment. They appealed it, and the appeal was thrown out. So there is no further legal remedies. And when Shahzad Akbar came to see me, I said, why don't you pay the award? And he said, give me a discount. I said, we're not in the bazaar. We're not talking about a carpet. We're talking about court orders. And if this is a government that claims that it adheres to the rule of law, you must understand the first prerequisite of respect for the rule of law is the obeyed court orders. Why aren't you doing it? And the usual excuses. So because they weren't prepared to pay us, we moved against trying to find the assets of the government of Pakistan. And because the court, the accountability court in Pakistan, has said the Avonfield apartments have been bought by illicit money, we moved and put a charge on those apartments. But in the meantime, we were able to discover other Pakistan government assets, and we were able to freeze them and sequester them. And when we did that, we let the charge be discharged. And now I see that the Sharif family are putting a spin on it and saying that the discharge of the apartments is their exoneration. For the record, it is nothing of the sort.
What kind of discount Mr. Shahzad Akbar was seeking?
Well, I mean, the very concept of a discount of a court order is malicious. It's a malignant cancer that must be rooted out of the Pakistani political culture. You ask for a settlement and discount before you go to court. You negotiate. You go to court when negotiations are broken down. You go to court when it's quite clear that it's quite clear that negotiations are not working. And if they don't work, then the whole notion that you try to negotiate a discount after judgment betrays a whole understanding of the notion of rule of law that is totally alien, not only to the letter, but to the concept and the spirit of the rule of law. And if that's the case, then the idea of a discount on the back of a court order is an insult really to the institutions of the law. And I said to the minister that we are not in the bazaar negotiating a price of a carpet. We are here solemnly to discuss the modalities of execution of court order. One in one ear came out the other. And shamefully, this man appears to think that he's a human rights lawyer. So discount, yes, he wanted me to give a discount. I said, it's not a carpet I'm selling to you.